Hey, my man Stan in the building. One of the greatest hustlers I know. Man, we just checking in, giving it a few minutes. Big Stan in the building, getting them t-shirt hustles on. Y'all, I'm live on YouTube, live on Instagram. I hope everybody can hear me doing a mic check here up on YouTube right now. Can y'all hear me out there on IG? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, it's cold in this office. It is cold. It is cold. Oh man, something I still got to get used to being live on camera. That's probably why y'all don't see enough of me because I can't get over this fear of being on this camera. But look, I'm here just because man, with everything that's going on, I just had to check in with the fam and see how we doing, making sure that we good as business owners, making sure that we good as just individuals, right? Like I know I don't be as consistent as I've been told I need to be, right? Because big stand from T-shirt hustle. Then they yelled at me about being consistent on here. A few other people I didn't talk to, great people I didn't talk to, said I need to be on. What's up, Coach Dom? Yes, sir. Good to see you on IG. On YouTube, we got Dominique. What's going on? Mr. Elwin Woodward. I appreciate everybody being on here. I ain't really about to teach much. I just really, like I said, I just coming in, checking in on you because with all that's going on, our businesses are being affected, right? Uh, Trump has come on and announced that it's a national emergency. And it's not just here in America, it's affecting people worldwide. So I'm going to say that this is even a global emergency. But what I want to talk about is, how are we going to, as business owners, as hustlers, as bosses, as bag getters, whatever we call ourselves nowadays, how are we going to deal with this situation, right? And one thing I want to encourage us to do is we don't panic. As business owners, as hustlers, as bosses, we don't panic. We pivot. That's what I'm on here really to encourage all of us to do is not to panic, pivot. I know things is happening right now. Cities, entire cities is shutting down. Somebody just told me that San Francisco is entirely shut down. Like nothing outside of your energy is operating. You can't go to no stores, can't go nowhere because everything is shutting down, right? Hold on. So Sandra Webb says, is now a good time to open a business? Good question. And that's what we're here to talk about as business owners. What are we going to do, right? Great point, Stan. For those who are on YouTube, I also got Instagram going on here on the phone. I'm on YouTube on both of them. My man Stan from T-Shirt Side Hustle said that's why we had to get some sort of internet hustle going on. And I completely agree, right? Because even by me having three children, all of them out of school right now, driving me crazy. That's why I think I'm asleep here in the office. I ain't going home because the kids is home and they think it's vacation time. But what's funny is the schools have actually set up like virtual classrooms. I was listening to the news this morning. There's all kinds of programs. These kids programs. Like I think one of the PSUSD, like a public school, they have an online. They're now offering enrollment for free for doing homeschooling, pretty much. Um, Doing all kind of things to help us really help us with our children continue their education despite this emergency crisis going on, which is again why I'm here to talk to you as business owners to see how can we really not panic but pivot, shift, right? Let's not say, oh, woe is me, my business is about to be affected, in which it is, but how can we better serve our customers right now when they need? How can we reach them right now in their present need? And you know, especially, how can I say this? Funding, right? Because we as business owners, we need those funds. We need to be able to make sure that we're able to pay our bills, but at the same time, people are in the panic. they're prioritizing, right? We have to figure out a way that we can be convenient for them and what their business on. Um, and also now the time of a lot of people being laid off work, being at home. Now is the time really, and like Sandra asked, is now a good time to open a business. I'm not sure if opening a business would be good, but now is the time when you have time on your hand to go ahead and hone in on your business. So I guess to answer Mrs. Webb question on YouTube, yeah, maybe now will be a good time to start building the fundamental foundation for your business, because I am of the opinion that this, whatever we got going on right now, is not going to last always. When this is over with and things start to get back to normal, you want your business ready to be presented to the public. You want to be able to say, hey, I'm here, it's solid. I'm ready to receive you as my customer. Let's make that transaction happen. Let's let's get busy with the business. So I know a lot of us, we have time on our hand, but again, let's make the best of this time. If you're already in business, how can you pivot? How can you better serve your customers? For example, I do tax. I have a tax preparation company, right? That's what I do here in California. They're shutting things down. They're putting curfews on everything. But the government has yet to simply say that they're going to put a pause on filing taxes. So as of we know right now, April 15th is still the deadline as of this video. We don't know. We know our president said it. That is something that may happen, but it hasn't been solidified. It hasn't been set in stone. So as of right now, taxes still got to get paid or got to get prepared. So how can I help my client base? Well, I put it to them like that. If they're watching this video and if they're hearing me, then we can get taxes done virtually. Because as long as you can send me your documents, right, which you can do so by taking a picture, just make sure you clean the camera lens. I can't stand when I'm trying to focus in and it's fuzzy because y'all ain't clean that camera lens. Just clean the camera lens, send those documentations. And with technology today, again, like my man Stan said, invest in that internet. I'm live right now on Instagram and YouTube. So if you're live on Instagram, Instagram has a feature where we can just press the little video icon and we can have a chat. The only downside is I probably won't be able to share my screen with you so you can see what I'm doing. But as long as you're giving me the information and we can disseminate that information between each other, we can get things done. But how can you do that in your business? I was even thinking, they say like a lot of bars are shutting down. They want people to be socially distanced and do things online. You know, if I was a bar owner, I'd try to think of a way maybe to figure out, have people put orders online of what they want their favorite drinks to be, and probably do like a delivery service, something like that. Have the drinks pre-mixed and made, deliver it to people, you know, send it to their home, make that kind of sacrifice. I mean, there's just so many things that we can do outside of just panicking, shutting down, and not doing nothing. That's what I don't want us to do. I don't want us to not do nothing. We still gotta have our business mentality, and that's what really separates entrepreneurs from everybody else. Is the fact that when things get rough, when things look bleak, when things look dark, we really get our grind on. That's when we really be like, man, I'm about to go out here. I'm about to do this. I'm about to make this happen. That's what we do as entrepreneurs. And that's why I want to just kind of come on here and just kind of encourage everybody. I know it's a scary time when you go to the grocery stores and you go to any store, the shelves is like, man, it's like watching Bird Box almost. You know, it's like empty, nothing out there. But I think that's because a lot of people overreacted. I don't believe that we are completely out of food right now. That we just got to give these stores time to stock, restock their shelves, and then we got to be mindful of each other, right? Let's not be greedy. You know, I don't know if y'all heard about the individual. He bought like 1,400 cases of hand sanitizer and tried to sell it at a profit. but then Amazon came in and shut him down, and then he had to donate it to the church. I mean, that was just a waste of money. And for those of us who already have businesses, now is the most perfect time to really showcase to our customers who we are and how we can benefit them. Like, don't take advantage of people. Be the resource for the individual again. So when this blows over, when this is done, people will remember you. Like, man, I remember my man Stan helped me out, right? He really came through in my time of need instead of gouging, because that's what a lot of people are starting to do. Oh, supply and demand. The demand is high, so I'm going to raise my price. No, let's not be that individual. Let's go ahead and help each other out right now in this time of need. Show to your customers that you are truly caring about them, their needs, providing them their resources. And when this blows over, man, they're going to really, truly appreciate you. And you have a fan for life. You have a super fan. You have a customer that will refer you to the ends of the earth because you was there for them in that time of need. So again, yeah, no, we don't need 1,000 rolls of y'all crazy. 1,000 rolls of toilet tissue. No, we don't need that. I mean, honestly speaking, when it comes right now, especially resources is seemingly getting low, seemingly, just for the simple fact that we're looking at bare shelves and things like that. But keep in mind, we still have manufacturers, they're producing, they're still doing things. It's just that when it hit the store, people is panic buying, so it seems to be going faster. But as long as these manufacturers are constantly producing the products that we need, I think we'll be good. We just got to be remember to be mindful of other people during this time. And also, if y'all got enough money to go spend, buku money on toilet tissue, paper towels, and all these ancillary things you really don't need, you got enough money to invest in the stock market right now. Think about it. The stock market is extremely low at this present moment, which means stock prices are low. But again, it's not going to remain that way forever. So, and if you buying it right now when it's low, when this blows over and the prices go back up, you just made a profit. So we have to be smart in our dealings. We got to be smart in how we react and treat one another. We got to be smart in how we're spending our money, right? We don't want to stockpile on something we'll never use, right? Or we got all this toilet tissue and paper that's gonna last us till 2025, but then within the next couple of weeks, this blows over. And we're like, man, now I got all this. I didn't bought all this at this high price, and I'm not gonna do nothing with it. When you could have used that money to invest into your business, you could have used that money to do everything. So, be smart. My man Stan says when they buy all the toilet paper, a hustler buys a plunger. That's what I'm talking about. Again, we not panicking, we pivoting. But I'm gonna just say, Stan, I get where you're coming from, man. But a plunger ain't gonna help you clean yourself. But at the same time, if you worried about cleanliness, as long as you got running water, you can make a makeshift bidet and you clean. As a matter of fact, that's how they say cleaning is the best way to clean yourself anyway with a bidet. So I ain't even worried about toilet tissue. I told my family, like, look, we got a shower head and they got one of them streams. So that's all you need. We run out of toilet tissue, we'll still be clean. Don't even worry about it. Right. So yeah, man, let me see. I see a lot of comments coming in on both YouTube and Instagram. So let me see if I can read some of these. Online businesses are becoming more relevant. Yes, the Mystic Soul Oracle said that. That's true. I mean, we are online. I'm not going to say it's taking over, but online is definitely becoming a convenient way. Brick and mortars, if they not online, they need to be. You need to have brick and mortar. Like even for right now with this tax company, I have an actual physical office because people still like that face-to-face interaction, but I'm also set up to where I can help people virtually. Again, like I said, you don't have to have mic set up like, oh, y'all can see that on Instagram over there, but you don't have to have the mic set up like this. There we go. Now we can see it that way. Just keep it simple. Your phone works. right? Like I don't want to use the phone for everything, but for the most part, when we're trying to make it do what it needs to do, you make do with what you have, right? In the phone. And as long as you can see me, I can see you, you can hear me, and I can hear you, we can make this happen, right? Always to get something done. So make sure we are thinking outside the box. Okay. Let's not go into panic mode. Let's not do all this panic spending, because one thing that is important, especially during this time, is cash flow. You want to keep positive cash flow. And for those of you that don't know what I mean, let me explain to you what I mean by cash flow. Let me give an example. For example, this is a square reader that I use in my business, right? This thing I do believe was like 300 and some change. Okay. Now here's how cash flow works. I had the $300 to pay for this outright. Just no problem. Here's $300 done. I ain't got to worry about it. It's a bill that's off my way. It's off my mind. Good. But I figured, okay, how can I keep more money in the business? So I restart the square. Was like, look, I want it because it's essential to my business for me to take payments. But is there a way I can pay it off in monthly payments? They said, sure, we can split it up over 24 months. Perfect. So instead of coming out the pocket $300, I only came out the pocket, I think it was $44 just to put everything down, at $27 a month. That saved me over $250 that I now have available to use to put into my business. That's cash flow. We want to be smart about our spending. We don't want to spend it just because we have it. We want to stretch our dollars as far as possible so we can save that money. Now, the money that I save, that 250 some dollars I save, I can put that into revenue for marketing. I can put that into expanding additional software. I can do whatever I need to that's going to help the business grow. That's why cash flow is important. And if you've mastered cash flow, then you good to go, right? Um, exactly, right. So every day I'm hustling, instead we can use another 250 and then make that $27 a month payment. You're absolutely right. Cash flow, keeping money in your business. Also, just like this, nobody saw this coming. Nobody saw this coming, right? The coronavirus, as far as I've been seeing, as far as I've been reading, has been around since forever. Like it's on the back of Lysol cans is one of the 100 diseases and viruses that it kills. So it's been here. It just hasn't been spread as much. So we didn't see this coming. But that's another reason why cash flow is important, because we always want to make sure that we are prepared for emergencies as business owners, as hustlers, as bosses, as everybody, right? People are being laid off right now, so you want to make sure that you have enough money on hand for payroll. You want to make sure that you have on hand enough for your business, because, of course, until people get used to this, going from being face to face to being online and virtual, your business may have revenue losses. But if we have cash flow, if we have that saved up because we're strategic with our spending, we are good to go, man. So let's see, again, getting to some of these chats here. Let's see. Kareem Williams says, yeah, how are you going to pay the money back? What am I paying the money back to? Let me go up here a little bit. Online businesses. Okay. What is the best industry to be involved in? They say Amazon is hiring over 100,000 people. I believe that, but if I'm understanding right now, Amazon is because they're trying to minimize the outbreak that may have slowed down, right? So we got to be careful with that. Um, Here we have somebody said, Mr. Rick is Rick. Any advice for self-protection when forming a multi-partner LLC? Well, insurance. I'm hoping I understood the question correct when talking about forming self-protection under a multi-partner LLC. Insurance is always the best. I know my video saying that you don't need an LLC is probably one of the most controversial because it goes against the grain. But as opposed to an LLC, an insurance is probably the greatest thing you can have. LLC does add that like paper thin, like a paper thin layer of protection. It ain't what you think it is, but your insurance is definitely the best way to go, right? Uh, Edwin Woodward says stocks are a great option now. Yes, they are. As the old saying goes, buy low, which they are right now, sell high. Again, I don't think this is going to last that longer. Probably is going to be about the same. Uh, in my opinion, again, I don't work for the CDC. My industry is not medical, is not health. I am in finances and taxes, but I'm just thinking that this is probably going to last just as about as long as a normal flu season, right? So once all this blows over, we all come back to normal. Stock prices are going to be high. You're going to be good to go. All right, let's see. Let me ask some other questions here. It says, any suggestions, advice for running a home-based computer tech business? Man, best advice I can say for that, Miss Regina Mond, is to go ahead and do it. Home-based business, just make sure that because you're home-based and you want to be able to write off that home office deduction, the IRS has two rules only. It must be used for regular purpose. Now, regular meaning that you just use it, or I guess on a regular basis. There's no set amount of time defined by the IRS, so I guess it's going to be case by case. But make sure you use it regular enough as to where, okay, I'm actually generating income out of this adventure, and then make sure it's exclusive. Exclusive meaning that there's nothing else going on in that area except for that business. As long as those two rules are met, you're good to go. Set that business up. Depending on how you want to set it up, I really don't see a need for an LLC, to be honest with you, at least not at this point. I will say just get you a DBA, put the name out there, start the marketing, and be good to go. Make sure you track everything. Make sure you put everything separately, right? Because you want to separate, you want to be able to identify what's business income and expenses versus personal. Set that up and get out there and you'll be good to go. That's pretty much to start. Now, of course, after you start and you start seeing income coming in, you start seeing more profits. Now we talk about strategies and that changes things a little bit. But to get started, that's all I'm going to say that you need to do. Um, let's see what else here. Cash is king, indeed. Social media, yes, social media, just like I'm here right now on both YouTube and Instagram, going live, not really talking about nothing, just mumbling, just want to check in with my people because I love y'all, y'all my family. And just to assure you, don't panic. Like everybody else, we will rise against this. We are strong people. We are very resilient. We are as entrepreneurs, we think different, we move different, we vibrate different, right? We operate at a higher frequency. So we just got to make sure that we control our breathing per se in our business, keep our breathing, make sure we maintain watch, right? And make sure that we have each other's back, network, whatever we can provide, let's do it. I'm putting myself out there, if your favorite uncle cousin is here, if you need to get something done tax wise, like I said, if you can see me, if you can hear me, you don't have to step out your house, we can get it done. Shoot me a message and we'll figure out a way. Outside of that, I don't know what's going on with Tom. I'm just checking in. So let's see. I'm thinking this Friday. What's today? Is Monday. We might do this again around this. It's about 6:48 California time. I'm thinking maybe this Friday around the same time. I'm gonna hop back on here, probably do the same thing, and we just gonna call it Freestyle Fridays. Just get your questions ready because I'm gonna come on, answer as many questions as I possibly can, just to do my part to help us out through this. And we'll go for there. Freestyle Fridays, we're gonna call it today Motivational Monday. As financial people, we can come up with a name for every day. Money Mondays, Tax Tuesdays, Wealth Wednesdays. What else? I don't know what I can come up with for Thursday, but how about Financial Fridays? Step your game up Saturdays, something like that. But man, I'm stumped for Thursday. Yeah, y'all gonna have to help me find a day for Thursday. We're gonna come up with something for Thursday. So yeah, we gonna do that. But listen, my good people, this didn't have nothing planned for you. I got a lot coming your way. Right now that I have this office, I converted into a studio. I got to make sure that I give y'all a tour, man. I'm real excited about how everything turned out. Really getting into an office. A lot more videos coming your way. Excited about what's coming. Um, and yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. So until then, man, appreciate y'all being here both on Instagram and YouTube. I see I got a lot more comments on YouTube, so I'm probably gonna shut IG down and come focus over here on YouTube because they got a lot of chat going on over here that I'm gonna have to make sure I get into. Um, but outside of that, stay tuned. A lot is coming your way. If you have any questions, always feel free to hit your cousin up, your favorite uncle cousin that is, because y'all know I love you. And man, I'll be talking to y'all again in a second. I'm only gonna shut down the IG for now. YouTube, y'all hold on because we gonna continue this. Yeah. All right, let's get rid of that thing there. All right, let's see. Appreciate it. Hold on, YouTube. Let me move this phone out the way. Okay, now I can see the comments. Here we go. So now I'm sticking to YouTube here. Got to go back up, man. I appreciate y'all being here. Much love to you. Hope everybody's doing good out there, man. Hope this ain't really helping. I mean, hurting nobody real good. I mean, just make sure you take care of the elderly. Watch out for grandpa, grandma, gramps and them. See, because they can't really get out and get to the store and to get them supplies. Let's make sure we help them out. All right, so let's see here. What is the best way to set up three company with one being the parent of the other two being the child company? I mean, really, Walter, that's how you set it is the best way to set it up. You'll have a parent company, which is either going to be the holding company or, like I said, the parent company, and then you'll have that company form the other company. Now, there's ways you can do that. You can have the holding company form a DBA, right? Depending on what you're trying to do, what you're trying to establish, you can have the holding company establish little sub-chapter companies, right? Depending on if that holding company is a C Corp or as if it's an LLC, taxed as an S Corp. You can have Q subs. I mean, there's many things you can do, but the question is, why? Why are we trying to do that? Are we trying to uh, really branch off for purposes of accounting purposes, or are we trying to just separate books, right? Or are we trying to separate because we really have one company where the income is flowing up and you're receiving one check from that one company? Or are you trying to have businesses with multiple people, but you don't want this person involved with this business and you don't want this person involved with what's going on over here? So now you're trying to separate it that way. So it really depends on what the goal is and what you're trying to do. That determines the best way to structure the business, because you can have the income flowing up, right? And you'll get paid out of the parent company, or you can have the income flowing in and then disperse payments all through the little company. So really depends on what you're trying to do and the best way to get set up with that. Okay, so I got here's a suggestion. Every day I'm hustling says tax Thursdays. I like tax Thursday, but then we got tax tip Tuesday. So to me, that kind of takes away Thursday. We definitely got to come up with something for Thursday. Like I said, we got money Mondays, tax Tuesdays or tax tip Tuesdays. We got wealth Wednesdays, financial Fridays. Saturday, we can step our game up on Saturdays, and Sundays is my off day, so I don't really trip. But I can't find nothing for Thursday. But I appreciate the effort, Mr. Everyday I'm Hustling. Let's see here. What else is going on? And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, let's see. You social media. I'm just going over the thing here. Cash is king. That's true indeed. Um, Somebody every day I must have said I'm loving my Amazon and eBay seller accounts, online business. Okay, yeah. So pretty much think I answered all the questions there. But if that's it, my good people, appreciate you tuning in. I know you subscribed already. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. A lot of things coming up. I think one of this year, one of the most interesting videos I'm getting ready to work on is because somebody asked me to do it. Is about breaking down the Shark Tank. So how to swim with the sharks and not get eaten. I'm really having fun with that video, really diving into episodes of the Shark Tank and kind of understanding the process of what makes them want to invest, what makes them not want to invest, looking at some of the successes, the wins, the failures of the entrepreneurs that are coming in and presenting, understanding what numbers is the sharks looking at that's making them or helping them to make a decision whether they're going to invest in that company or not. Oh man, it's fun. It's interesting. That was just giving me, I like that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna have fun with that video. But look, it's going on about an hour now that I've been talking and didn't even realize it's been about an hour now. But I just wanted to, like, again, just to come on here, man, tell you that your uncle cousin is here if you need me, here to give you my support. If there's anything that I can do for you within reason, right? Because we ain't gonna take advantage of each other, right? Anything I can do for you within reason, let me know. I'm here. I promise to be more here more, right? I'm trying to get over this fear of being behind this camera live. This is crazy, but I'm gonna do it just because we need to. A lot more things coming up, a lot of things happening to you, man. Yeah, every day I'm hustling. I love Shark Tank, man. That's my show. Between Shark Tank and The Profit, those are one of the two shows that I watch. So you mentioned Shark Tank, you got me. We good. But look, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, get back to doing some things, getting back to this here. Um, and be good. Okay, got one more question. I'm gonna answer it from Greta. Says, I'm nervous about filing this year since I've added Uber and Grubhub. Afraid I'm going to leave some important deductions off. You know, great question, Greta. I'm glad you brought that up. So I'm gonna squeeze this in here for the last response to comment. Uber should give you a summary statement. And on that summary statement, it's going to have how much you received as far as your income. It's going to tell you how much you received. I mean, how much you paid out as far as your fees go, which is going to reduce your income. And it's also going to tell you your online miles. Okay. That's how many miles you drove from the time you picked up a customer to the time you dropped them off. But that's online. It doesn't count for your offline, like the miles to pick up the customer, right? They don't count that. So hopefully you track that separately on your own. But don't be afraid. I promise you, hands down, is not, is not as hard or difficult as it seems. If you're doing it yourself, it's going to go on the Schedule C. You're going to list out your gross income, and in section 2 of the Schedule C, that's where you enter your expenses, which is going to be your mileage that you use, which is going to be your cell phone, which is going to be any supply. Like if you provide good customer service, you provide water, snacks. You're going to provide all these things to your customer, the aux cord that you have to buy so people can plug in. I mean, everything that you use for their business is what you're going to deduct. And the same with Grubhub, because it's a ride share, they both can go on the same Schedule C. You don't have to have one for Uber, one for Grubhub. Everything goes on one form. You combine the totals for your gross income and you list out your expenses for everything, and you should be good to go. Nothing to be scared about at all. Again, if that doesn't seem to work out for you, shoot me an email, and I'll be more than happy to help you out on that front. So that is what we does. Does Amazon give you a summary statement? Not that I've seen. Honestly speaking, I haven't seen Amazon do it, and I actually did Amazon Flex for a while just because I wanted to do some research, because I was thinking a long time ago I was going to start a website to kind of help drivers out, but that didn't pan out. But during my research, I actually went and did for Amazon Flex, and no, I didn't get any kind of summary statement. Luckily, I was keeping track of my own because I just wanted to see how much am I actually making. So y'all know me, your favorite uncle cousin. I created a spreadsheet from my computer, uploaded it to Google Docs, and now the Google Docs was on my phone. So I'll just enter in the information in manually. So I kept it that way. But Uber and Lyft so far are the only ones that I've ever seen provide summaries for their drivers. Everything else has to be tracked manually. So, but as long as we tracking it, which you should be tracking it, don't ever depend on somebody else to track it, because that's your money, your business, you're responsible. Don't ever depend on anybody else to track anything for you. Always track it yourselves so you can be in control of your money, your outcome, your taxes always. All right. Um, so Oh, for a seller's account. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. For your seller's account on Amazon, your FBN, I do believe they keep track of it. Or if not, you should be able to log in and see all of your transactions. Because I was helping somebody with that and they kind of showed me the back end. The only thing is, I do believe Amazon language is a little different. So you may have to decipher as to what their expenses are, how they charge you their expense, and keep track of it that way. But as long as you can decipher Amazon language, it's pretty much easy because they do keep track of it that way. So uh again, doing good, y'all. Make sure y'all do good, keep yourselves in high spirit. Know that I love you. I'm here for you if you need me, and just keep your eye out because we got some fun, cool things coming your way. And until, like I said, Friday, my goal this Friday, we gonna freestyle Friday. We gonna come on here and we just gonna do live Q&A, talk about what's happening, how we feeling, and do it again. So until this Friday, y'all be good. Stay sane, stay safe. Wash your hands for 20 seconds. If you don't have hand sanitizer, get some regular rubbing alcohol because that is the key ingredient in the hand sanitizer is alcohol. The rest of it is the stuff that make your hands feel all moist and smell good. Because I sprayed my hand with some alcohol and rubbed it, and it feel like I was like I aged 50 years or something. It was so tight. But yeah, make sure you get some rubbing alcohol if you need it. Don't worry about hand sanitizer. And from there, you'll be cool. You'll be good to go. And I will see y'all then. Much love to you. Peace out.